You talk about the concept of adoption. It is just in paper. It is a concept in Africa. It has not been bought into totally. Because let's look at the children that have been adopted. Do we accept them as children?
Would you, in your wildest imagination, believe that people buy and sell children in Nigeria? Absurd, right? The truth is, it is real. What would you do if you suddenly discover that not one, not two, but 3 of your children have been stolen under your roof? Confusion, despair, and fear are some of the feelings John Friday experienced when his 3 children were stolen. In this episode of Crime Fighters Case File 2020 in Review, we will illustrate how these children were taken and how the Nigeria Police Force resolved these crimes.
It is not law enforcement alone that can completely solve this crime and criminality. There is issue of governance also. The state governors have to step up and take care of the people within their own states that are into this crime and criminality, because they need something to do. For example, the bandits, the kidnappers in the bush are ready to lay their arms. They are ready to come back to city and live. But those that lay their arms, those that repented and came back to the cities have nothing doing.
Peter! John! Madam Stella!
John! What happened? Where are my children? Where are my children?
Justy, I can't find the children anywhere. Even Madam Stella's room is practically empty. I hope I'm not dreaming dead.
Child stealing has become a huge business in Nigeria. Children are stolen from their parents. In fact, they steal a day-old child and sell such child away. A girl child is sold for as less as 300,000, and a male is sold for approximately 1 million naira. What is your reaction?
My reaction is horror. Horror because if you want a child and you can have your biological child, there are so many legal avenues open. The orphanages are there with a lot of children and babies looking for parents. I don't understand why a woman would involve herself in that kind of act. So I don't understand it, and I don't know why they would do it. And again, if there was no market, they wouldn't do it. So people who want children and decide that the best way is to go and buy, why would somebody do that? How would the person feel if it was your own child that was stolen away and sold?
3 children were taken from one family. 2 girls and a boy. If it happened to you, what would be your reaction?
From experience, first I'm a mother, and the fact that I grew up in, I would say, in the nip of Benin City, where a lot of this child trafficking, occurs. For me, I see it as a parental failure. I don't think it has anything to do with either poverty or anything. I see it as just desperation. And the fact that parents have lost, the value for humanity. Because 3 children, a boy and a girl, why? So the first thing, she said something about, orphanages. If you can't mother a child, if you can't be a good parent to your child, give it to someone that can cater for the child. There are lots of people that are looking for children.
This is a different case. It's not as if the parents were not capable of taking care of their children. The mother of the children was sick, and their neighbor offered to look after the children when their father, the husband, was taking the wife to the hospital.
Madam Stella, in fact,
See, please, sir, I want you to take your time. Just don't rush back home. Just take your time. I'll take very good care of those children.
in fact,
Just don't worry.
I can't thank you enough. I'm so grateful. Thank you very much. Children, relax. Feel free in the hand of Madam Stella.
All right, sir. Peter, now, Rebecca, stand up. Let's go get chocolates. My baby! My baby! How are you? Do you want biscuits? Biscuits? Gala? Chocolates? Noodles? I'll get them for you. Rebecca, stand up, please. Let's go. Peter! Peter, stand up! Let's go get biscuits. You want them? You want chocolates? Let's go. I'll buy them for you. Yeah, let's go.
I still believe that, there are suspicious behavior that parents actually look out for. Still using, I know of a particular lady right now that has about 5, if I'm not mistaken, 5 children. At a point in time, she was sleeping outside, in the cold for months. And there were times where, when I got close to her, she tells me things like, that some people even come and they go like, let me help you take care of your kids while you're gone looking for, the menial jobs. She says she doesn't allow them. Actually, she told her children that anybody who comes to even say as much as hello, they sleep in the cold, where people actually had rooms. The children report every single incident to them. Even the last child, I think, is 2 years. Yeah, he's 2. The eldest is 12 now, as we speak. They report every incident to their mom. The mom is very protective of her words. Yes. She's extremely... You can't buy them food. Like, they can't go to the next house to watch TV. They sit there, they will sit like that. She says there's a particular lady that sells food because she knows the lady, she knows the history of the lady, she knows the parents of the lady. That is the only house that her children go to. And 2 of her words actually sleep there in the middle of the night because they are girls. Children are they are restless. So it is actually what you tell them. If you warn them on a regular, I don't think that they are going to find it easy. Or any neighbor, for example, will just come and say, let me help you take care of your kids. No investigation, like I said again, in Benin. We have parents like my dad, God rest his soul, who was very protective. Any neighbor that comes in, because they face me, I face you. Like he's a personal police. He knows how to do all those CID work. We always call him CID. He wants to know, okay, where did this person even come in from? Who is this person? Because he had 6 children. So he needed to also know who the neighbors were. Where did they come from? If they moved, they say, this person stayed here. He does his own background check by himself.
Do you agree with her?
I will start by saying it is not the fault of the children that were taken. Neither is it the fault of the parents. You can't be smarter than the person that is watching you or is looking out for you. But like you said earlier, the market is there. The market will continue to be there in as much as we still have our desire and passion to have children as man and woman in African context. The genesis of this is from our love for children in Africa and the fact that a woman that has no child is regarded as not having a place in the family where she's married to. You talk about the concept of adoption. It is just in paper. It is a concept in Africa. It has not been bought into totally. Because let's look at the children that have been adopted. Do we accept them as children? What we are facing now is also a fault or a reward of abandoning our culture and imbibing the Western culture. Naturally, in Africa, we live in communities, extended family system, in which when I'm going out, there are always people in the house that will take care of those children. The Westerner came here and said we're doing things that are not right, and we bought into it. We chased all the people that were supposed to be in the compound away, call the grandmothers, the grandfather, we call them witches and wizards. Now we are left with nuclear family system where when you want to buy something outside, nobody to stay with your child. Like we said last time, it takes the community to raise children, but now it takes only you. And how much of these children do you know? You go out in the morning, return by 9 p.m., the children are back from school, eating their dinner, and even gone to bed before you come back. So what do you know about these children? And I think we need to, there is a new form of child abuse that is coming out now. It's not the child they abuse directly. When you get to a situation where because you are not at home to watch over those children, you now take them to turn them to children of take. Children that never know the word no. And any attempt at you saying no to them, they can't take it. And you see them taking their life, trying to commit suicide, trying to do this. So it's not the fault of those whose children are taken. It's not the fault of the children themselves. And also those who are taking them, it's just that they have criminal intent. Because they are trying to meet a need.
If you're trying to meet a need, should you sell or buy a child for you to meet your needs?
Sorry, I am not encouraging stealing of children. But I want us to look at it from other perspective. If adoption has been accepted by all of us fully in the community, wherever we find themselves, what we will have such people do is to advocate for those parents who has no child, to help them, to act as to do consultation liaison for them, that there is a child in social orphanage, she's good, there is one here. But because in this our current environment now, money does it all. There was a time in this country, or in my own culture that I know very well, that if you have unexplained money, they will ostracize you in the community. When you see somebody that just comes to your environment to build house, to do all this, you know that is an ostracized person coming looking for where to settle. And everybody will say, don't go to that house. But now we have monetized everything, dollarized everything, nairanized everything, that anybody that brought the money is the one that can talk. And that's why we are having this. And I think we need to really do something about our value system. Once our value system, we can get it right, such a thing will fizzle out naturally.
If you look at that, it's still a failure on the part of parents. Just picking it from the other angle, whereby, people glorify wealth right now. People talk about prosperity. So everybody look for, different means to actually make this money. And parents celebrate this thing.
You are watching Crime Fighters, the Police and You. Stay tuned.
Out of the 3 children that were stolen in Ijebu-Ode, one was a boy. He was sold to this particular family in Aba.
Okay, and who is this person?
Be good. That's Joy. That's the lady that will process the papers.
Okay.
So don't worry, Madam Charity. Just say have his bath for him, feed him very well.
I will do that naturally.
And I will check back in a month. Okay?
It's all right.
Just be fine. Okay.
Okay.
All right there.
All right. Thank you.
So you can leave. I'll get back to you. I'll call you.
Okay.
I'll call you.
Okay. It's all right.
You can go. Don't worry.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. No problem.
All right.
All right. Bye bye.
So I'll call you as promised.
All right. Thank you, Madam Ijoma.
All right.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thanks. Have you eaten today?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you eat?
Biscuit and pure water.
You have not even finished the biscuit. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lord. I now have a son of my own. Oh, God.
This family in question have 2 adult girls, and their want is a boy. And so the woman and the husband agreed and bought this boy, and it was bought for 1.5 million.
In Africa, our locus of control is external. We prefer to say it is them that caused it. Something is responsible for this, but we will never own up that I caused it. the concept of adoption, when we are discussing it, it looks sweet.
The family of the husband was aware that this boy was actually adopted through illegal means. They actually went to the social welfare. They made it seem as if the boy was adopted officially, whereas it was done through the back door.
This is the processing fee.
Okay.
Yes, 150,000. You can have a look at
Okay.
it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, complete.
All right. Thank you.
And these are my documents. You can
Okay.
check them.
Everything is
in order. You
Correct.
can just check them. Oh, please, excuse my manners. Angie Deka! Angie! Bia. Don't worry.
Sincerely, I'm fine.
Please, go to the fridge. Get me some salad, that very beautiful, lovely salad plate, and a cup of juice. Thank you very much. Don't worry. In fact, you will enjoy it. I'm a very, very good cook. In fact, an excellent one.
But I need to get back to the office in time.
Okay, no
to
problem.
start the process.
Please, that will be very, very nice.
Yes.
Good of you, please. Thank you very, very much. Please,
I
I'll be
promise
expecting a very, very fine boy, please.
You will get a good kid.
Thank you very,
All
very
right.
much.
My
Thank you,
regards to your
madam. Okay,
husband.
yes.
All
Let me
right.
walk you to the door.
They knew that they could have adopted legally without necessarily going through the back door or stealing somebody's child.
Stealing somebody's child is a crime, totally, which they themselves, they are aware of. But every criminal always think they can get away with it. And that's why you see them exhibiting that. Now, as far as that case of the boy is concerned, they knew that they needed a boy. The mother knew, I can't have a child like this. And at that age, they are enlightened, they are educated. As far as this particular case is concerned, even though they went to a welfare home, they themselves knew from the procedure that what happened is not a legal adoption. But they won't talk because they themselves, even within them, they are praying willingly and secretly that nobody come up tomorrow to say, this is my child. That is why you see many of them doing. That is every action that you see, that we are just looking at the behavioral aspect, there is a psychology behind it. What pushed them to take such action, even when there are legal means of addressing that? One of the major fears that many of them have, if I adopt, what if one day the mother surfaced?
That's the biological parents of the child.
Yes, what will be my own lot finally with all my effort and everything? And that's why you see them patronizing the illegal market.
But the law is clear about who the parents of the child will be. If a parent abandons a child and somebody else raises the child or another family raises the child to an adulthood, you can't come back and claim that child. The law is very clear about it.
But you've forgotten that our proverbs, our adage, and our idioms in Africa and Nigeria precisely still make you look as if you are not the mother, unless I am not the one that uses my tummy to carry you. Is that not one of the things we were saying? Those are some of the things. And in Africa, we so much believe in a lot of spiritual concepts, cultural concepts, and all the. And those are the things that these people are afraid. They knew quite well that there are legal ways of address, but they are afraid along that one day, the biological parents will resurface. For the law you are talking to, many of them may not be aware of that law. And those who are aware of the law, they will say, whether the government gave it to me legally or not, the biological parents are standing. What if? And that is it. So what we just need to do is to condemn this in all totality. It is a crime. And our security agents need to step up, and all the community needs to help us. If you see any suspicious person around, or that you look at that just came to your area playing with your children without any cause, giving them unnecessary things that ordinarily should not, speak out. The index of suspicion has to be very high. It has to be very, very high.
I need you to speak to this, your last take on this issue.
That was why I said our love for humanity has actually dwindled. growing up, if a stranger comes into a community, like you said, and everybody wants to know who that stranger is. While we always complain that the West are our problem, they are actually not our problem. The real Westerners, when you go there, they actually want to know who you are. They call out on a black man if they see a black man, or if the house has been closed for a while and they find out that there's one movement, somebody switch on, like they call the police. So every time we keep blaming these people, but no, for me, it's just sheer desperation and the fact that a lot of people are impatient. I mean, instead of stealing a child, you can do IVF. There are so many things that you can actually do. I know of a lady right now that was supposed to adopt, a child, but because of her family, she's married to a northerner from Kaduna, and they said never. They don't want to allow it.
Just answer one of my questions.
Yes. They said never, they're not going to allow it. So she's going through the other way, trying to see how she can, inseminate and then get pregnant on her own. What if it doesn't work?
And what if she lost her life?
What if she lost her life in the process?
They will marry another wife and continue.
Straight up.
What's your last take on this issue?
Definitely everybody needs to be wise. The ones that are buying, the ones that are selling, parents with children. You need to, like he said, have a very high index of suspicion. Protect your children with your life. People who are buying, you need to stop. Your life doesn't end if you don't have your biological child. I know adopted children who love their adoptive parents even more than the child that you gave birth to yourself. So we need to change our mindset.
The police actually surfaced and arrested the woman who bought the child, who claimed to be his new mother. In the case of these 3 children, the boy in question was a very pathetic end. The boy had already been given visa to travel to America, and his name has been changed.
Officer, what is the problem?
Detective Femi from State Command. I'm afraid you have to come with us.
Come with you? To where?
We are accused of child abduction and child stealing.
Child abduction and child stealing? Madam Ijeoma,
Madam,
please let me call my
Madam,
husband.
please, excuse me, don't do that.
I cannot call my husband. Madam Ijeoma,
Please, respect yourself.
Okay, officer, I'm coming.
No, madam, please.
Officer.
Please. Let's just go.
Okay. Godwin, Madam Ijeoma,
Madam, please.
Okay, officer. Let me call my husband, please.
No, madam. You do that. Let's just go. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Jesus. Baby, how they push me went to. Stella, we are going to lay together. You see the person that's not my children. Let her just come. We are going to die here today. Just go. I'm going to put you children.
Please don't forget to follow us on our social media channel displayed on the screen below. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first to watch our new videos once uploaded on our channels.